Doc Dalton, America's simple man. The Coffee and Prayer series with Doc Dalton.
Hey everybody, I'm Doc Dalton. Welcome to the Coffee and Prayer series. I truly thank you for being here today with me. I appreciate it very, very much. And today's, we're going to free flow a little bit. Just going to ramble on, give you some stats about something. And I want to talk, and I have been asked to talk about mental illness. Now, you've heard me say before on the show that I suffer from mental illness. I suffer from depression a lot. I've had depression for many years. I can't even tell you how long I have had it. I have been hospitalized on a number of occasions. I have been to therapy for years and years. And I have to tell you, the therapy really does help. All joking aside, it really does help. So what I wanted to do was just give you a couple statistics. I wanted to give you some warning signs, just a little bit of information, not in a professional manner, meaning I'm not talking down to you. I am talking to you. I'm talking to you in case you do have mental illness or you know someone who has mental illness. I'm talking to you as a person who has it and who understands. So it's very important that this is done, at least in my mind, the right way. Okay. So, and then later on, I'll give you a little information where you can go get some help. It's important to get help. You have to get help. It's up to you when you get right down to it to get help because it's just important. You're trying to help your own life. Okay. So one of the things that I want to get into is what causes mental illness? The answer is mental illness itself occurs from an interaction of multiple genes and other factors, such as stress, abuse, or a therapeutic event which can influence or trigger an illness in a person who has inherited susceptibility to it. Now, can mental illness be cured? Actually, there's no cure for mental illness, but there are a lot of effective treatments. People with mental illness can recover and live long and healthy lives. Wonderful thing. And a lot of people are doing that today. Seriously, I could tell you point blank, I know a lot of people who are doing this today. Now, what are 5 warning signs of mental illness? They are long-lasting sadness or irritability, extreme high and low moods, excessive fear, worry, or anxiety, social withdrawal, and dramatic changes in eating or sleeping habits. Personally, I've had a couple of those. The only thing that doesn't affect me for some crazy reason is eating. I love to eat. Sleeping, it's terrible. When I'm not feeling 100% correct, I'm not social with anybody. Anxiety, out the backside. And my moods, they can go from happy to sad in 3 seconds, and I could be all over the place. But again, the 5 signs are long-lasting sadness and irritability, extreme high and low moods, excessive fear, worry, or anxiety, social withdrawal, dramatic change in eating or sleeping habits. Now, I'm being serious when I say this. What are the 10 things not to say to someone who has mental illness? You should really know this. This is really important. So if you know somebody that has mental illness, do not say this to them. 1, it's all in your head. 2, come on, things could be worse. 3, snap out of it. 4, but you have a great life. You always seem so happy. 5, have you ever tried to use caramel tea? 6, everyone is a little bit down, moody, OCD sometimes. It's normal. No, it's not. 7, this too shall pass. 8, it's all part of God's plans. Please remember that. Don't say that stuff to people because those are the things that could really push them over the edge. Why would God's plan want me to be miserable? Why? Why would God's plans want me to be miserable? Why would caramel tea help me along the way? Why do so many people then go to beer and whiskey? You always laugh. You always seem happy. Now, here's a personal thing. I act like the happiest guy in the world. In fact, some people have referred to me as the happiest sad guy in town. Oh, it's crazy. Sometimes you act extremely happy to cover up your sadness. Now, next, I want to prove to you that you're not alone. Okay, 19.1% of U.S. adults experience mental illness. That's 47.6 million people, which represents 1 in 5 adults. you're definitely not alone. 4.6 of U.S. adults experience serious mental illness. These represent 1 in 25 adults. 16.5 of U.S. youth aged 6 to 17 experience a mental health disorder. That's 7.7 million people. And 3.7 of U.S. adults experience co-occurring substance use disorder and mental illness, which comes out to 9.2 million people. Terrible. Terrible. And I keep saying to you, you are not alone. There are so many people out there that are having a difficult time. So please know that. And real quickly, I just want to get to some things you could do to relax your mind. Take slow, deep breaths or try breathing exercises for relaxation. Soak in a warm bath. Listen to soothing music. Practice mindful meditation. The goal of mindful meditation is to focus your attention on things that are happening right now in the present moment. Another one is write. I do that. I write a lot of poetry. It just takes me to another place. It gives my mind a minute or two to relax. I call it a mental vacation. There are things that you could do. You don't have to write. Maybe there's something else you could do. Listening to music's a great thing. I take a tremendous amount of walk in the woods. It's just a peaceful place for me. It brings me peace. And as far as meditation, you should really, really give it a try. Now, all these things that I just told you are to prove to you that you're not alone, because you're really, really not alone. And there's many, many people out there. Now, when we come back, I'm going to tell you someplace you can go to get help, who you can contact to get help. And you'll be really foolish if you don't do this. So I ask you, please, because I take this so seriously, just to listen to me, because if I can help one person, I will be thrilled beyond belief. I am Doc Dalton. This is the Coffee and Prayer Series, and we will be right back.
Doc Dalton will return after this message.
1 minute to less stress. First step, pray. Go to bed on time. Get up on time so that you can start your day unrushed. Say no to projects that won't fit into your time schedule and might compromise your mental health. Simplify and unclutter your life. Allow extra time to do things and to get to places. Spread out big changes and difficult projects over time. Don't lump hard projects all together. Live within your budget. Don't use credit cards for ordinary purchases. Have backups. An extra car key in your wallet. An extra house key buried in the garden. Extra stamps and so forth. Keep your mouth shut. This single piece of advice can prevent an enormous amount of trouble. Get enough exercise. Talk to God right when you encounter a problem. Don't wait until you go to bed to pray. Keep a to-do list. Every item not on the list adds to your stress. Every day, find time to be alone. Don't use TV as your primary stress reliever. Every night before you go to bed, think of one thing you're grateful for that you've never been grateful for before. Remind yourself that you are not the general manager of the universe. That's 1 minute to less stress.
This week's new reality show features 3 death-defying acts. You'll see a man jump out of a plane with a homemade parachute made out of bed sheets. Another jumps over a row of 15 cars blindfolded while riding a skateboard. A surfer takes on monster waves near Australia while surfing on an inflatable raft.
Hey, you think those things are death-defying? You should try your own death-defying act. Get hooked up with Jesus. He said he can give you eternal life. So defy death. Live forever. It's the message of Jesus.
Hey, Doc, we got mail.
Okay, welcome back to the show. And as you heard, yes, we do have mail today. And there's a couple things that I want to shout out to people and things like that. But we got a letter from a person who I'm extremely close with. He sent me a message wishing me the best with the show. And his name is Julio Oqueda. He's from Belleville, New Jersey. And the special thing about Julio is we're very, very close. He calls me Dad. I love him like a son. I love his wife, Judy, and their kids. They're like family to me. They've always treated me with so much respect. And I can't say enough of good things about them. I love them dearly, but they just wish me the best with the show, and they're happy that I'm doing it. They're proud that I'm doing it, and they want me to continue doing it. So it's cool words and like that motivate people, and they definitely motivated me. So I thank them. I love them, and hope to talk to you real soon, okay, bud? All right, and now, as you know, we also do shout out. Now, that's when we shout out to somebody, either an organization or a person, but today I want to shout out to a friend, Pastor David Figueroa. He's the pastor of the Gathering Place Church in North Haledon. The church is fairly new. Dave is a great guy. I met Dave years back at a deli, and we became friendly, and along the way, we got closer and closer, and I just appreciate his kindness and his friendship, and his lovely wife, Kim. They are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. And the church seems to be doing very well. And I want to give you a website to check out this church, okay? It's thegatheringplace-church.org. thegatheringplace-church.org. They're located in North Haledon. They're doing a great thing. Dave's a believer 100%. He's doing it for all the right reasons, as is his wife, Kim. They have a lovely family, and I don't want to go rambling on and just keep going on and on saying all these nice things, because the bottom line is they're just great people, and the people that go to church are nice people too. Look them up. Look them up on the web. Great website. You learn a lot. But again, it's Pastor Dave Figueroa, and I want to give him a shout out this week on the show. Now, last, I want to say thank you to somebody. And that is Ralph, the guy that's been editing my podcast. Ralph, I thank you very, very much. I appreciate it very, very much. I appreciate you very, very much. And I just wanted to say thank you for taking care of this for me. You know, in life, we run so fast sometimes that we forget to say thank you and all the proper things that should be said. So I didn't want to go past this show without saying thank you to you. So we will be right back with more show after this. And again, thanks to everybody.
You're listening to the Coffee and Prayer Series with your host, America's Simple Man, Doc Dalton. It's where a good cup of coffee and some quiet prayers can change the world.
Okay, we are back. I thank you for staying with us. I wanted to continue our talk on mental illness, but I wanted to do it in a low fashion, and this is what I mean by it. When I was a kid, I always hated being told by somebody in shirt and tie, like they were professionals and they just had to tell us what to do, and we had no brain of our own. And I hated the so-called professionals that didn't talk to you, but talked down to you. I try my best not to do that. And I say that from this point of view. There has been nobody on the planet that has screwed up more times than me. I have let good opportunities go by, have used excuses why I let them go by, didn't get help maybe when I should have got help, just tried to plow through the planet in my own way. And what I found out along that journey is I just kept running into walls left and right. So sometimes it's not the most important thing to get help from a certain type of person. The first step is to search, ask, and look for that help. And if you're in that point now in your life, I'm telling you, you should do it. Now, I promote this group because I believe in them. The group is called NAMI, National Association of Mental Illness. Now, you can go to their website at nami.org. That's nami.org. They have a tremendous amount of information, first off, on that website that will help you. Second, they could lead you in a direction where you could personally go get help. They have over 600 affiliates across the country. 600 affiliates across the country. If you can't find help, I'm telling you, it's on you. Now, they have a phone number that you can call them and somebody will speak to you and assist you along the way. There is not a reason in the world for you to be alone, because you don't have to be alone. Maybe you feel alone, but you don't have to be alone. Maybe you don't want the people who are close to you, like your mom and dad, your brother, sister, a friend, or somebody, telling you should do this or do that, or give you some of those words that they should never say to you in the first place. Maybe you need to take the step to call somebody and talk to them. A lot of times it's easier to talk to somebody that you don't know than it is to speak to someone who you know well. So give them a call. Again, their website is nami.org. I've gone to the meetings. I've sat with the people. I have become friends with the people. Sometimes just listening helps. Just listening to other people tell you about their story, and in your mind you go, oh man, I never thought of that, and it really does help. You may not think it does, it helps. I'm telling you, if you don't take the steps to do it, it's on you. So do me a favor, take that step today and do it for you today. Now in the show, we always close with a prayer, and I'm going to do that today. But first I want to thank everybody for tuning in, being with me, listening to me ramble on. I appreciate it, because sometimes I know I'm not the easiest in the world to listen to. but I come to you straight from my heart. So thank you very much. Send in the emails. We'd love to hear from you. Go to our website at thecoffeeandprayerseries.com. You'll see links there. It'll be the docdalton.com website as well. You'll see links so you can get in touch. But do me a favor, just check us out. And again, be with us next week. I appreciate this so much. Thank you. Dear Father, I ask you in your name to thank everybody in a special way for being with us today. The world is in such a crazy place, and we need your help so bad. Only you could lead the way. Without you, we have darkness. And I ask you from my heart to please help us. Help us with this show. Help us with the people who are having problems. Help us in our society. Just help us. We need you. I ask you to be by everybody's side, to listen to everybody, to help everybody, and let them walk in peace. Because without you, we have nothing. And I say this in your name, Jesus. Amen.
The Coffee and Prayer Series is brought to you by Doc Dalton Media, in association with VK Media and Internet Services. Executive Producer, Doc Dalton. Director, Patrick Marucki. Assistant Producer, Joseph LaPera. Find us on the web at www.docdalton.com. There you will also find our social media links for Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. You can email us at thecoffeeandprayerseries@gmail.com. Thank you for listening, and God bless.